My wife asked me how much of my retirement she would get if we divorced. I cannot tell if I am paranoid or if something is really wrong. Last night, while we were doing dishes, my wife asked me something strange. If we ever divorced, how much of your retirement would I actually get? She asked it, the same way someone asks if it might rain tomorrow. Casual, almost distracted. Drying a bowl while looking out the kitchen window. I laughed. That is a weird question, just curious. But her tone wasn't playful. It was something else. Calculating, maybe. And now I cannot stop thinking about it. We have been married 9 years. Met in Chicago, bought our Naperville house 3 years ago. Got a golden retriever named Bailey. Normal life. Looking back, things shifted maybe 8 months ago. She changed her phone password, said data breach. Started taking calls outside even in winter. Work client, and closed the office door for an hour. I didn't push. I am an engineer. I solve concrete problems, not emotional ones. Part of me didn't want to know. 2 weeks ago, she started asking about money, not budget, assets, house equity, my 401k balance. If my father's inheritance was in my name or ours, she would nod, make mental notes. It didn't feel like curiosity. It felt like research. I waited until Thursday. She had a late client meeting downtown, gone until after 8. I opened her laptop, still logged into her email. I know I shouldn't have. But something in my gut said look. I typed divorce in the search bar, 17 results. My hands went cold. Had to put the laptop down for a minute. This had to be wrong. Maybe old emails? Spam? I opened the first one. October consultation confirmation. Qley Family Law. Tuesday 2 p.m. A divorce attorney. In our city 2 weeks ago. September calendar invite forwarded from someone named Evan. Dinner. The Signature Room. 7:30 p.m. The Signature Room, that is the restaurant on the 95th floor of the Hancock building. Expensive, romantic. We had been there once for our anniversary. I was home with food poisoning that night in September. She said she had a work dinner with a potential client. August, email chain. With the same Evan subject line, updated project timeline plus personal thoughts. I scrolled down. The business talk ended halfway through. Then, I cannot stop thinking about Tuesday. You deserve so much more than what you have. July, attachment, financial disclosure, worksheet, divorce planning, a spreadsheet, our house value, my retirement accounts, her business valuation, my inheritance amount, everything itemized, analyzed, calculated. June. Another email from Evan. When you are ready to make the move, I will be here. You are playing too small, Lauren. I closed the laptop, walked to the kitchen, poured water, spilled half of it because my hands wouldn't stop shaking. She had been planning this for at least 6 months, maybe longer, meeting with divorce attorneys, going to expensive dinners with someone who was telling her to leave me, creating spreadsheets of our assets, and I had no idea. It has been 5 days. I am still in our house. Told her I have been busy with a bridge inspection project, staying late at the office. She thinks everything's normal. She even made my favorite dinner last night. I haven't confronted her yet because I don't know what to say. Part of me wants to believe there is an explanation, that I am misreading things. But mostly, I am scared. I am scared of what happens when I ask. I am scared she will confirm everything. I am scared she has been living a completely different life and I have been too blind to see it. I don't know what to do first. Do I need a lawyer before I talk to her? Do I gather more evidence? Am I even allowed to look through her emails, or did I just make everything worse? I keep going back and forth. Some moments I am angry. Other moments I just feel stupid for not seeing this coming. I am posting because everyone in my real life will have opinions and I am not ready for that yet. I just need someone to tell me. What would you do? Actually, there is something else. I was going to just wait and see. Maybe talk to her this weekend. Try to understand. Then I checked our joint bank account this morning. 6 transfers over the past 4 months. Small amounts, $800, $1,200, $950. Always to her business account with notes like client reimbursement or project materials. Except her business account isn't just for business anymore. I checked our credit card statements. The ones she said were just for work expenses. $4,200 at Neiman Marcus. $1,800 at that boutique hotel downtown. $650 at a jewelry store I have never heard of. I have never seen any of those purchases, no new clothes, no jewelry, nothing. This isn't just about leaving me. This is about moving money, hiding purchases, building a separate life with our money, and I am starting to think the guy Evan might not even know she is still married. Update 1. It has been 3 weeks. I have read every comment some of you multiple times at 2 a.m. when I couldn't sleep. To everyone who said get a lawyer first, you were right. To everyone who said document everything, also right. To everyone who said she is already 10 steps ahead, yeah, that one hurt. But you were right too. Here is what happened. First, I secured our finances, moved my father's inheritance into a separate trust account. It was always legally mine, not marital property, but it had been temporarily mixed into our joint investments. My attorney said clean separation now prevents arguments later. The banker didn't even blink when I explained. She said, "You are the 4th one this month." Good luck. That somehow made it worse. Second, I consulted 3 divorce attorneys. Free consultations. All 3 said the same thing. Document everything. Don't leave the house. Don't tell her what you know yet. The 3rd attorney, Rebecca Klein, ironically the same one Lauren had consulted, looked at my evidence and said, "This might be more than a divorce case. This might be fraud." She agreed to represent me. Conflict waiver signed since Lauren never retained her. Third, I told exactly one person. My college roommate Mike. Showed him everything. The emails, the transfers, the timeline. He got quiet for a long time. Then he said, "Man, I am sorry." Then he helped me change all my passwords and set up a separate email account for documentation. Fourth, I started tracking screenshots of everything, printed bank statements going back 2 years, made copies of tax returns, downloaded 3 years of credit card history into spreadsheets. I felt insane, like I was preparing for war, but also, for the first time in weeks, I felt like I was doing something instead of just waiting. I needed to know how deep this went. I downloaded 3 years of credit card statements, made a spreadsheet, color-coded unknowns. Pattern emerged immediately. Every Friday for 7 months, same River North restaurant, $180, $340. I had asked her in August why we never went out. She said, "We are trying to save money." She wasn't saving. She was spending on someone else. Hotel charges, West Loop, boutique, hotel, every other Tuesday for 5 months. 2 p.m. check-in, 6 p.m. check-out. The hotel is 12 minutes from our house. Had to stop, made coffee, stared at nothing for 10 minutes. Story stores 6 months. $850. $1,200. $2,100 for studio expansion, but her studio hasn't expanded. I pulled her business account she had given me access years ago for taxes. Money came out in chunks. $8,000, $12,000, vague notes, consultant fee, project investment. I Googled recipients, Mitchell Development Group, Evan Mitchell, principal. She had been investing borrowed money into her boyfriend's company. My phone rang, unknown number. I almost didn't answer. "Mr. Harper, this is Megan Carter, Lauren's friend." I knew Megan. They had been friends since college. She was the one who had always seemed a little worried about Lauren's choices. "I need to tell you something," she said. "I should have told you months ago." She had known about Evan since June. Lauren had introduced them at a charity event. Megan didn't like him immediately. He talked about himself the entire time, about his developments, his vision, his deals. Then, when Lauren mentioned her design work, he said, "That is cute. You could be doing so much more." Megan warned Lauren, multiple times. I told her he was using her, that he was one of those guys who finds successful women and makes them feel small so they will invest in him. She got mad, said I was jealous. They hadn't spoken in a month, but I saw him last week, Megan continued, at a restaurant downtown with another woman. Same age as Lauren, same energy. He was doing the exact same routine, talking about potential and playing small and deserving more. "Did you tell Lauren?" I tried. She blocked my number after we hung up. I sat there for 20 minutes. This wasn't just an affair. This wasn't even just about leaving me. This was a pattern. A practiced system. Find women with resources. Make them feel like they are settling. Get them to invest. Move on. And Lauren had walked right into it, so here is where I am now. I have 3 years of documented spending, a $60,000 business loan that went to her boyfriend's company, evidence she has been planning divorce since at least April, and a friend willing to testify that this guy has a pattern. I am meeting with Rebecca and a forensic accountant on Thursday. They want to trace every dollar before we respond to any filing. I haven't confronted Lauren yet, Rebecca said. Let her make the first move. Let her file. Let her show her hand. But I know what is coming. I can feel it. Part of me is terrified. Part of me just wants this over with. But I am not the same person who posted 3 weeks ago. I am not confused anymore. I am prepared. Update 25 weeks since original post. 4 weeks since I started documenting. You all called it. Every single thing you said would happen. Happened. Here is the timeline. Last Tuesday morning, 9:47 a.m. I was at work reviewing bridge load calculations, email notification, DocuSign request, divorce filing, formal petition, 23 pages. Her demands, 50% equity in the house, fair market value, $740. 50% of my retirement accounts, current value $380. 50% of investment accounts including my father's inheritance. She claimed it was commingled and therefore marital properties temporary spousal support of $4,000 per month. Her business debts classified as marital debt. To be split equally. I called Rebecca immediately. She read through it in 10 minutes. This is extremely aggressive. She is claiming your inheritance. She is trying to split her business debt. And she wants support, despite having her own income. Can she do that? She can ask for anything. Doesn't mean she will get it. But this tells me something. What? She thinks you don't know. She thinks you will just agree because you want it over with. This is an intimidation filing. Rebecca filed a response that same day. Denied all major claims, requested forensic accounting. Attached documentation proving my inheritance was separate property. Now we wait, she said. We didn't wait long. That Friday, Lauren came home at 7 p.m., put her bag down. We need to talk. Okay. I don't think this marriage is working anymore. Is there someone else? Pause. Yes. Silence. But that is not why I am leaving. Then why? Because I feel like I have been playing small, like I settled. Like there is a version of my life I never got to live. Every word sounded rehearsed. Who is he, Evan? A developer. I have been working with him for how long? 8 months. And the lawyer in October? The hotel Tuesdays? The $60,000 you gave his company. Her face changed. How did you? He is being sued by investors. His projects are stalled. He is under investigation for permit fraud. She grabbed her phone, started scrolling. I watched her find the articles. Lawsuit. Delays. Complaints. There has to be an explanation. Ask him. And ask about the woman Megan saw him with last week. Same restaurant. Same speech about potential. Megan's lying. She is jealous. Of what? No answer. She grabbed her bag and left. She hasn't been back. 3 days later, mediation, lawyer's office. Lauren's attorney slid over an updated proposal, increased demands 60% house equity, claiming she contributed more to down payment. None of it true. Rebecca responded calmly. We have bank records showing equal contribution, receipts for improvements from joint funds, and documentation Mr. Harper's inheritance was never commingled. Lauren's attorney frowned. That is not what we were told. Lauren leaned forward. You moved the money before I filed. I separated my inheritance with proper documentation. It was always separate property. You knew I was going to file, did I? Mediation ended 20 minutes later, no agreement. In the hallway, Lauren stopped me. I didn't think you had fight me. Why wouldn't I? Because you never fight. You just accept things. I am not accepting this. She stared like she didn't recognize me. That night, Rebecca called. I did some digging on Evan Mitchell. And he is in serious trouble. Federal Trade Commission is investigating Mitchell Development for securities fraud. Investors claim he was running a Ponzi-style scheme using new investor money to pay back old investors while spending the rest on personal expenses. How much? At least 4 million over 6 years. I sat down. There is more, Rebecca continued. I found 3 other women, all around Lauren's age. All divorced their husbands within a year of meeting Evan. All invested settlement money into his projects. Did they get it back? Projects never finished. Money disappeared. 2 of them filed lawsuits. Both settled for pennies on the dollar. Does Lauren know? If she does, she is in denial. But Daniel, she gave him $60,000. If this investigation moves forward, she might be listed as an investor. That could complicate things. What do I do? Nothing. Let it play out. Just make sure you are protected. So here is where we are. Divorce filed. Settlement negotiations at a standstill. Her attorney trying to claim things that aren't hers. My attorney holding firm. Lauren moved out, staying with a friend or maybe with Evan. I don't know. Evan's company is under federal investigation. The $60,000 she gave him is probably gone, and I am still in our house, still going to work, still setting my alarm for 6 a.m. and making coffee and taking Bailey for walks. Part of me thought confronting her would feel like winning. It doesn't. It just feels like watching someone you loved make terrible choices and being powerless to stop them. More updates coming. This isn't over yet. Final update: it has been 4 months since I found those emails. 3 months since she filed. This is the last update. Here is how everything ended. Divorce finalized 2 weeks ago. Judge reviewed all evidence. Mediator's recommendation. Both attorneys' arguments. Final settlement. House sold. We split equity 50/50ths after mortgage and closing costs. I got $168,000. She got $168,000. Retirement accounts. I kept everything earned before marriage. Split marital portion. She got roughly $47,000. My inheritance stayed separate. Judge agreed it was never marital property. Her business debt classified as separate debt. I am not responsible. No spousal support. Judge said, we both have earning capacity. Clean split. Fair split. Done. I signed the papers in Rebecca's office. Lauren signed separately. We never had to be in the same room. That was 3 weeks ago. The $60,000 Lauren invested. Gone. Mitchell Development collapsed in January. Federal investigation confirmed securities fraud. Evan had been running investor funds through personal accounts. Investors lost $4, $2 million combined. Lauren's $60,000 was a footnote. The business loan, still hers. $60,000 at 8-9% interest. 12 years to pay off at minimum payments. Her studio is struggling. Lost 3 major clients after word spread. Naperville is a small town. Evan vanished in February. Website down, social media deleted. Office vacant. Rebecca found 7 women total over 9 years. All similar. Professional, 30s, 40s, married, some assets, feeling stuck, same pattern, meet through work, tell them they are playing small, encourage divorce, suggest investments, take the money. Lauren wasn't special, she was a type. Lauren and I haven't spoken since the settlement conference. I saw her once 2 months ago at Target. She was in the cleaning supply aisle. I was getting dog food. We made eye contact. She looked away first. I didn't feel angry. I didn't feel sad. I just felt nothing. Megan reached out last month, said Lauren tried to apologize to her, said she was wrong about Evan, asked if they could talk. Megan said no. Some bridges you burn completely, she told me. I warned her. Multiple times. She chose to believe a con artist over her oldest friend. I am done. I understood. I am renting a townhouse in Lyle, smaller than the house. Quieter. Bailey loves the backyard. Work is good. Got promoted to senior project manager in March. Leading a team on a new bridge design outside Rockford. Complicated project. Good distraction. Started therapy in January. Twice a week at first. Now once. My therapist says I am processing complex grief, not just losing the marriage, but losing the version of my life I thought I had. That is accurate. I am not dating. Someone at work asked me out last month. Nice woman. Structural engineer, likes dogs. I said no. Maybe I am not ready. Maybe I will never be ready in the same way. That is okay. Trust your gut. I knew something was wrong for months. I ignored it because confronting it felt harder than pretending. Not anymore. Document everything. Rebecca said the detailed records I kept made the case straightforward. Without them, it would have been my word against Lauren's protect yourself financially. Separating my inheritance wasn't paranoid. It was smart. It saved me $180,000. Some people will always choose the exciting lie over the boring truth. Lauren chose Evan's promises over our stability. That wasn't my failure, it was her choice. And you cannot save people from their own decisions. I couldn't make Lauren see who Evan really was. She had to figure it out herself. By the time she did, she had already lost the money, the friendship, and the marriage. Some mornings I still wake up and think she is in the next room. Some evenings I cook dinner and accidentally make 2 portions. Last week I almost texted her a photo of Bailey because he did something funny and she would have laughed. Then I remember my therapist says that is normal, that grief isn't linear, that you can be completely over someone and still miss small routines. I am choosing to believe her. If something feels off, investigate, don't ignore it hoping it goes away. Get a lawyer before confronting. Best decision I made. Separate your assets if they are legally yours. Do it properly. Document everything. Tell someone you trust. I told Mike. He kept me sane. Accept that some people will surprise you in the worst ways, and that is not a reflection of you. Don't rush the grief. I wanted to be over it immediately, but healing takes time. I am still not fully there, and that is okay. People keep telling me I won the divorce. I don't feel like I won anything. I feel like I survived something, like I got out before it got worse, like I protected myself when someone I loved was actively working against me. That is not winning, that is just damage control, but I am okay, not great, not healed, just okay. And some days okay is enough. This morning I was cleaning out the garage, found our wedding album in a box. Saturday there looking through photos for 20 minutes. Lauren in her dress, me in my suit. Both of us smiling like we couldn't believe our luck. I don't know when it stopped being real for her. Maybe it was never as real as I thought. I put the album back in the box, put the box in storage. Someday I might throw it away, or maybe I will keep it. Reminder that something was real once, even if it didn't last. But right now, I am making coffee. 1 cup, not 2. Taking Bailey for a walk. Going to work on Monday. Meeting Mike for dinner Friday. Small routines, quiet life. I guess that is what moving on actually looks like. Thanks for being here, Reddit. You helped more than you know. My wife secretly runs a Facebook group called Anonymous Wives of Mediocre Men.